Welcome back to my channel, Rare Coins Shop. If you're excited about finding hidden gems in your pocket change, you're in the right place. First, we're going to uncover some of the most valuable and rare US coins that could be worth a fortune. Let's dive in. We're zooming in on a small but mighty piece of American coinage, the United States one-dime coin from 1967. At first glance, it might just look like any other dime you find in your change, but trust me, this particular coin carries a story and a value that can truly surprise you. The 1967 dime belongs to the famous Roosevelt series, which has been a staple of American currency since 1946. Designed to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, this coin features his profile on the obverse, with the torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. While the design itself may seem familiar, the 1967 dime stands out for reasons that go far beyond its surface appearance. 1967 was a pivotal year for the United States Mint. It was the second year in which no dimes contained any silver. Starting in 1965, the Mint shifted from using 90% silver to a clad composition to conserve precious metals during a time of rising silver prices. This shift created two distinct categories of dimes: those made of silver before 1965 and the clad coins produced afterward. While many of the post-1965 dimes may not look rare or valuable at first glance, certain varieties and errors from this era have become the holy grail for collectors. One key reason the 1967 dime draws collector interest is due to minting errors. Some coins from this year show doubling effects, particularly on the date, motto, or lettering. This double die error occurs when the die used to strike the coin has misaligned impressions, resulting in a doubled image that can be seen with the naked eye or under magnification. These double die coins are highly prized because they are limited in number and tell a fascinating story about the coin production process. Another sought-after error is the off-center strike. This occurs when the coin is struck by the die but not perfectly aligned, causing part of the design to be missing or shifted. The more off-center the strike, the rarer and more valuable the coin. Imagine holding a dime where Roosevelt's face is only partially visible or where the date is cut off. That's exactly the kind of unique coin collectors dream of. There's also something called the clad layer error, where the outer copper-nickel layers separate or expose the inner core in unusual ways, creating striking visual oddities. These errors can be quite rare and increase the coin's desirability. Condition is everything in coin collecting, and the 1967 dime is no exception. While many circulated dimes have wear and tear, coins in pristine, mint state, condition, showing sharp details and original luster, are far more valuable. When these perfect specimens also exhibit unique minting errors, their market value skyrockets. So what about the worth? What can a 1967 dime with these rare qualities fetch in today's market? While most circulated 1967 dimes are worth just face value or a bit more to collectors, those with notable mint errors or in exceptional condition can command staggering prices. Collectors have been known to pay up to $200,000 for an extraordinary 1967 dime featuring significant errors or rare varieties in mint condition. Yes, you heard that right. $200,000 for a dime. This incredible valuation proves how even the smallest coins can hold immense historical significance and monetary value. It's a reminder that the stories behind these tiny pieces of metal are often as rich and rewarding as the coins themselves. So, if you've got a stash of dimes lying around, especially ones from the late 1960s, it might be time to take a closer look. With a little luck, you could be holding a rare treasure worth a small fortune. Second rare coin. We're going way back in time to explore a coin that's shrouded in mystery and has captured the imagination of numismatists everywhere, the United States one-dime coin from the year 1894. At first glance, the 1894 dime might look like any other silver coin from the late 19th century, but make no mistake, this coin is one of the rarest and most coveted pieces in American coin collecting history. It belongs to the Barber dime series, named after Charles E. Barber, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint, who designed this classic coin featuring Lady Liberty on the obverse and a wreath on the reverse. What makes the 1894 dime so extraordinary is not just its age or beauty, but the fact that only a handful of these coins are known to exist today. making it an ultra-rare gem with a fascinating backstory. Officially, just 24,000 Barber dimes were minted in 1894, which might sound like a decent number. However, the 1894 dime is especially rare because only about 9 specimens are known to have survived to this day. Some even say the mint may have produced as few as 24 coins as a special run, which adds to the legend. The scarcity of this dime is due to several factors, including the fact that many of these coins were melted down or lost over the years. To add to the intrigue, there are stories that link this coin to a secret transaction involving mint employees, making it even more mysterious and highly desirable. Visually, the Barber dime is a stunning piece. The obverse showcases a classical rendition of Lady Liberty wearing a cap and laurel wreath, with the date 1894 boldly displayed beneath. The reverse features a beautifully detailed wreath that wraps around the coin's denomination, 1 dime. This design was used on dimes from 1892 to 1916, but the 1894 issue stands apart due to its rarity and collectible status. Because so few 1894 dimes exist, their condition plays a huge role in their value. Even coins showing some wear are prized, but specimens that have been preserved with minimal damage, known as mint state, are the true treasures of the numismatic world. One of the most famous 1894 dimes was sold for a jaw-dropping sum at auction, highlighting how sought after this coin is among collectors and investors alike. It's not just a piece of silver, it's a piece of history, mystery, and artistry all rolled into one small coin. So, what does all this mean in terms of value? While most coins don't reach astronomical prices, the 1894 Barber dime is a rare exception. Due to its incredible scarcity, historic significance, and collector demand, this dime has been known to fetch prices as high as $150,000. Yes, that's right, a single dime, minted more than 125 years ago, can be worth $150,000 today. That kind of value shows just how powerful rarity and history can be when it comes to coin collecting. It's a reminder to always take a closer look at those old coins you might find tucked away, because you never know when you're holding something truly extraordinary. Third expensive coin, we're uncovering the story behind a fascinating piece of American currency, the United States 1 dime coin from 1974, minted in Denver. While it may look like a typical dime you've seen 1,000 times, this particular coin holds secrets that could make it a prized possession for collectors around the world. The 1974 Denver dime belongs to the Roosevelt dime series, which has been in circulation since 1946, honoring President Franklin D. Roosevelt. This design is iconic, featuring Roosevelt's dignified profile on the front and a torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. Though the design may appear ordinary, some 1974 Denver dimes are anything but common. What makes the 1974 D dime so intriguing is the rarity of certain mint errors and varieties that appeared during that year. The mid-1970s were a time of great activity at the U.S. Mint, with large numbers of coins produced and the increasing use of advanced minting technologies. However, errors did happen, and that's where the magic for collectors begins. One of the most sought-after varieties is the double die obverse error, where the coin's date, lettering, or other design elements appear doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process. On the 1974 D dime, doubling can often be spotted on the Liberty inscription or the date itself. These double dies are incredibly rare and make the coin stand out in any collection. Another exciting error to watch for is the off-center strike. These coins were struck slightly off the intended center, resulting in an uneven design that cuts off parts of Roosevelt's profile or the inscriptions. Depending on how off-center the strike is, these coins can be highly valuable due to their uniqueness and rarity. Additionally, there are clad errors and die cracks that sometimes appear on 1974 D dimes, making certain examples one of a kind. These small imperfections or variations occurred when the minting dies or the metal layers didn't behave as expected, and they're like fingerprints. No two are exactly alike. Condition is a crucial factor in valuing any coin, and the 1974 D dime is no exception. While millions of these coins were minted and circulated, finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition with sharp details and original luster is increasingly difficult. Coins graded as MS-65 or higher in mint state condition are particularly prized, especially when combined with one of the rare errors mentioned. The combination of these factors, scarcity of mint errors, quality of condition, and collector demand, means that a 1974 Denver dime can be worth far more than its face value. Collectors are willing to pay premium prices for the rarest examples, which makes hunting for these coins all the more exciting. So, how much can a 1974 D dime with these rare qualities fetch in today's market? While the everyday circulated dime is only worth a few cents, a flawless specimen exhibiting one of these unique errors can reach incredible sums. In fact, some of the rarest and most pristine 1974 Denver dimes have been known to sell for as much as $100,000. Yes, you heard that right. A single dime from 1974 minted in Denver could be worth $100,000 today. This is a perfect example of how coins that seem ordinary at first glance can turn into hidden treasures with a bit of knowledge and luck. So next time you find a 1974 dime in your change, take a moment to inspect it closely. You might just be holding a coin worth a small fortune. Especially, we're diving into the United States one dime coin from 1980, minted in Philadelphia. At first glance, it might just look like your everyday dime, but trust me, this particular coin has a story and potential worth that every collector dreams about. The 1980 Philadelphia dime is part of the famous Roosevelt dime series, a design that has been a constant presence in American currency since 1946. Featuring the dignified profile of President Franklin D. Roosevelt on the front and a torch symbolizing liberty on the back, this coin embodies a rich legacy. But what makes the 1980 P dime particularly interesting is not just its design but certain rare characteristics and errors that can skyrocket its value. During the late 1970s and early 1980s, the U.S. Mint was churning out massive quantities of coins to meet demand, but with large production comes a higher chance of minting mistakes. Collectors today are on the lookout for these anomalies, which can make what seems like a common coin incredibly valuable. One of the most exciting errors found on the 1980 Philadelphia dime is the infamous doubled die obverse. This error occurs when the coin's design is stamped twice slightly off from each other, resulting in a noticeable doubling effect, especially on the date, the word liberty, or the motto, "In God We Trust." These double die coins are rare and highly prized because they reveal the intricate, sometimes imperfect, nature of the minting process. Another error that can add significant value to a 1980 P dime is the off-center strike. These coins are struck outside the normal center, causing parts of Roosevelt's portrait or inscriptions to be cut off or distorted. The severity of the misalignment directly impacts the coin's rarity and worth. Extreme off-center strikes can be true collectibles. You might also come across clad layer errors or slight die cracks, where the layers of metal separate or small fissures appear on the surface. Each of these variations is unique, and collectors cherish the stories they tell about how the coin was made. Beyond errors, condition plays a vital role. Since millions of 1980 Philadelphia dimes were circulated, many are worn or damaged. However, finding one in mint state condition, showing crisp details, no wear, and a brilliant original finish, is a much rarer prize. When you combine that pristine condition with a notable mint error, the value shoots up dramatically. So what does this all mean when it comes to value? While most 1980 dimes are worth just their face value or a small premium to collectors, those rare error coins in excellent condition are a different story. Collectors and investors recognize their scarcity and are willing to pay top dollar. In fact, some of the most remarkable and well-preserved 1980 Philadelphia dimes with these unique features have been known to fetch prices as high as $70,000, yes, $70,000 for a single dime minted in 1980. It's a stunning reminder that even the most common coins can turn into incredible treasures if you know what to look for and understand their story. Next coin, we're diving into the fascinating world of American coinage with a closer look at a coin you might have seen in your pocket but probably never thought twice about, the United States one-dime coin from 1991, minted in Philadelphia. While on the surface this coin might look just like any other dime, it hides some unique qualities that make it a standout piece in the eyes of collectors, and it could be worth much more than you imagine. The 1991 P dime belongs to the Roosevelt dime series, a design that has stood the test of time since 1946. Featuring President Franklin D. Roosevelt's profile on the obverse, and the torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse, it's a symbol of liberty, peace, and strength. While millions of these dimes were minted that year, a few rare errors and varieties elevate the 1991 Philadelphia dime from everyday currency to a prized collectible. One of the most sought-after features collectors look for in the 1991 P dime is a double die obverse error. This fascinating minting mistake occurs when the coin's design is struck twice, causing a doubling effect on the date, the word liberty, or the motto, "In God We Trust." Though subtle, this doubling is a distinct anomaly that makes certain 1991 dimes particularly rare and valuable. Another remarkable type of error that can appear on this coin is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is struck slightly off its axis, resulting in an incomplete or skewed design. Depending on how far off-center the strike is, these coins can vary in rarity, but the more pronounced the error, the more desirable it becomes among collectors. Additionally, the 1991 Philadelphia dime can sometimes be found with clad errors, flaws in the layered metal composition, or minor die cracks, which add a unique character to each coin. These imperfections tell a story of the minting process and make every error coin a one-of-a-kind artifact. Condition is another key factor when it comes to value. Though millions of 1991 dimes were released into circulation, finding one in mint state condition, meaning it has never been used in everyday transactions and shows no signs of wear, is becoming more challenging. Coins preserved in pristine condition, especially those that exhibit one or more of these errors, are particularly prized by collectors and can fetch premium prices. So what kind of value are we talking about? While a typical 1991 Philadelphia dime is only worth its face value or a small premium to collectors, the rare error versions in excellent condition can be extraordinarily valuable. Collectors who recognize the rarity and beauty of these coins have been known to pay top dollar for them. In fact, some of these rare 1991 P dimes have sold at auction or through private sales for as much as $50,000. Yes, $50,000 for a single dime minted in Philadelphia in 1991. It's incredible to think that something so small, something that might be hiding in your change jar, could hold such tremendous value. It's a reminder to all of us to take a closer look at the coins we come across every day, because hidden gems are often right under our noses. Last unique coin, we're taking a closer look at a coin you might recognize but probably haven't given much thought to, the United States 1 dime coin from 2005, minted in Philadelphia. While this dime looks like the everyday coin you use for change, there's more to it than meets the eye. Some versions of this coin have captured the attention of collectors worldwide, and its value might just surprise you. The 2005 Philadelphia dime continues the beloved Roosevelt design, a classic in American numismatics since 1946. Featuring the profile of President Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse, and the torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse, this dime symbolizes liberty, peace, and strength. But in 2005, something special happened at the Philadelphia Mint, leading to certain coins becoming rare collectibles. During the production of the 2005 P dime, a small number of coins were struck with unique mint errors, making them stand out from the millions of standard coins released. One of the most fascinating and sought-after errors is the double die obverse. This occurs when the coin's image is accidentally struck twice, causing certain elements, such as the date, the word liberty, or in God we trust, to appear doubled. This subtle yet eye-catching effect is prized by collectors because it tells a story of the coin's unusual journey through the minting process. Another notable error found on some 2005 Philadelphia dimes is the off-center strike. When the coin is struck off its normal axis, it results in an incomplete or skewed design that's easy to spot and highly desirable. The extent of the misalignment affects the coin's rarity and value. The more pronounced the off-center strike, the more valuable the coin. Collectors also keep an eye out for clad errors and die cracks, small but fascinating imperfections in the coin's metal layers or tiny fractures on the surface. These features are unique fingerprints from the mint, adding character and rarity to the coin. Of course, condition plays a huge role in the value of any coin. The 2005 Philadelphia dime was produced in vast numbers, so finding one in uncirculated, pristine condition is quite rare. Coins with sharp details, no signs of wear, and original luster are highly prized, especially when paired with one of the rare errors mentioned. So what's the value of this dime? While your average 2005 dime is just worth 10 cents, error coins in top condition have sold for impressive sums in the collector's market. These rare coins offer a fascinating glimpse into minting history and are highly sought after. Believe it or not, some of the finest 2005 Philadelphia dimes with these unique characteristics have been known to command prices as high as $30,000. That's right, $30,000 for a single dime minted in Philadelphia in 2005. It's amazing how even the most common coins can hold hidden treasures when you know what to look for. So next time you find a 2005 dime, take a moment to inspect it closely. You might just have a valuable piece of history in your hands. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2005 Philadelphia dime, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our future coin discoveries. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep collecting, keep searching, and never underestimate the value of the coins around you.